I like to compare investing in the mining sector to buying a computer, something that almost everyone has done 2 or 3 times in their life. You would never go into the first computer store that you ever saw and say, hey, I'd like a computer, and buy whatever the salesman told you to buy. You'd first figure out what you were looking for, what would meet your needs, and how long you would need it for. You'd go home, you'd research the specifications on all of the mining stocks and or computers you were considering investing in, and you'd read the consumer reviews. Then you'd consider your choice and investment. Too many people go into investing in mining and they listen to a CEO try to sell you his story and then just take it at face value. You always have to check your sources. You always have to do your homework, or you will be getting whatever that salesman wants to sell you. There is an expression that was in a book written by Mark Twain. He defines a mine as a hole in the ground with a liar on top. And that's not a bad way of explaining the mining industry. It's why so many people have been jaded for so many years by investing in the mining industry. Mining promoters are famous for exaggerating, omitting facts, etc., because they're trying to sell you their mine or shares in their mine. The fake news phenomenon has become so popular lately. I would say that most of the news channels and internet channels and supposed research that's called itself independent is actually just fake paid for news. And I would very safely say about 90% of it is paid for, undeclared, and completely biased. I see hundreds of companies a year, and when they sit down and give me their story, I assume at least half of what they're telling me is exaggerated and not quite true. I have to take all that information, put it into my own matrix, and then check the facts. Trust but verify. Check the details, because someone trying to sell you something is not incentivized to tell you the truth. He's incentivized to tell you whatever you need to hear to buy it. And a lot of people get burned, and that's bad for the entire industry. There's a lot of profit to be made, but you need to take a less aggressive approach to it. Never ever believe what someone trying to sell you something is trying to tell you. That's just a general rule for life. The best source of information about a mining company is actually their website. You can find a treasure trove of information on there and make an assessment on the company. That is your first port of call, and probably your most accurate port of call, because the company itself is regulated by whichever country the public listing is on, and the information they put out has to be checked by a lawyer and the securities exchange, so it has to be accurate. The problem is the information you can't find, the information that's not reported, they don't talk about. You just have to know which questions to ask, have access to the companies themselves, and figure it out. There's no substitute for good old-fashioned hard work and analysis. In summary, when investing in the mining sector, almost more than any other sector, you want to check your facts, do your homework, and never take anyone's word for anything. I hope you found that useful, and if you did, please feel free to click the button below and subscribe to CRUX Investor and hopefully get more information that you find useful.